What's going on, you guys? My name is Rich. I am the Steel One. And today, it's a what's up? What's been going on? I have a number of things I wanted to talk to you guys about and just let you know what's been going on in my life and where I've been and what's been going on. I have a number of bullet points I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be talking about Rocky, James the Fam, and Chelsea, my channel name. It's funny, you'll see why. A past video that I need to update you on, and the future of my channel. So let's get into it. Yeah! Alright guys, so the first subject, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because I don't want to show you my crying face. As you know, or some of you know, my little boy Rocky is no longer with us. On Monday I took him to the vet and ended up having to put him down. So let me start back a couple weeks. I noticed that he hadn't been eating as much as he usually does. He usually cleans his bowl. But I'd get home from work or from the springs and there would be lots of food still left over, and I thought that was odd, but I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it. And then I would say the week before I had to put him down, I noticed he was acting different. I mean, if you guys have had pets, which I'm sure all of you have, you just kind of know what's going on. Like there's something off, you know. And Rocky was acting different. He was still yelling at me. And he would still eat, but as the week went on, he was eating less and less, and he was sleeping a lot, which isn't that unusual because he does sleep a lot, but it was just, I don't know, it was just different. He's acting different. I felt like he'd lost some weight. Obviously, if he's not eating as much, right away, I just knew something was wrong. I knew that this was probably going to be the end. Rachel and I both decided that I should stay home for the weekend instead of going to the springs because he just didn't seem right. I bought all kinds of different kinds of food for him. I bought him tuna and baby food and pumpkin, and because I don't think he'd gone number 2 for a while, and I thought maybe I could loosen things up. And although he wasn't that interested in the pumpkin unless I mixed it with tuna, he really liked the tuna. I got different types of canned food, and so over the weekend I came to the conclusion that maybe it's not something as serious as I was thinking, that maybe it was a tooth thing, because just watching him eat, he had this like when he would eat, he had this like mannerism where he was just like trying to move the food to the opposite side of his mouth or something. And at only one time, I think this was on Sunday, he did drool. And one of the signs for bad teeth or whatever is drooling. And he did drool once. I did see him pat his mouth once. So I was thinking, well, maybe it's just a tooth thing, and maybe they can give him some antibiotics and, you know, get rid of the infection or whatever's going on, and maybe it'll be good news. And even though in the back of my head I was thinking, you know, he's 21, 22 years old, I don't know. So I decided to make an appointment at the vet, and I didn't take him to the vet where I took Sock to get put down. I didn't really like that vet. He was very crass and didn't have a really good bedside manner. I didn't really care for him too much, so I found another vet that was nearby, and they were really great. I couldn't go inside with him because of the whole pandemic thing, and so I had to sit in my car in the parking lot. The vet called me and said, it's bad. It's bad. He has heart disease, really bad heart disease. She says she didn't know what kind or whatever, but she can tell that it was bad. It was bad. And yes, his teeth were horrible. So she's like, well, you gotta take him. I mean, you can take him to a cardiologist and see what they can do, but she said if it was her cat, she would put him down. And she said, I could just give him some antibiotics to clear up the infection on his teeth, but it's not going to solve his heart. And they can't work on his teeth because they couldn't put him to sleep because his heart wouldn't be able to handle it. And so they brought me in, and I didn't really like the way they put him down, just for the fact that I wasn't ready. Like, they brought him in, and they just started kind of talking to me, and so I was kind of petting him, just listening to them, and next thing I know, she's already like, because they like give him something that like puts him to sleep, and then they euthanize him so that way they're basically die in their sleep, which I've had to do that before, with like Sock and some other animals I've had. So I was expecting them to give me some time, like beforehand, to say my goodbyes, even though he was deaf, he can't hear me. And so he started to fall asleep right before my eyes. I'm like, oh, wait, and I'm like grabbing his head and looking in his eyes and seeing that he's starting to fall asleep, and he was asleep, and then she injected the euthanasia, and then he was gone. So I'm gonna miss him so much. I really do. He was my little buddy, and I thought about it a lot, and I can't really explain it to you guys. You would have to experience Rocky for yourselves to fully understand, because I can't describe the way he was, but I honestly believe that he was totally different from any cat ever that I've ever been in contact with, and based on my past animals, cats, friends' cats, cats on YouTube or on TV or whatever, he was completely different, and I can't explain why. You're just gonna have to take my word for it that he was very unusual, and I thank God for the time that I had with him. And I know that cats don't live as long as Rocky had, or normally, but I know that they can live, sometimes they can live to 30 years old or more, a little more, but I'm really thankful. The Lord has blessed me with Rocky, and I will miss him. I miss him now. Coming home from work is the hardest because I'm so used to him yelling at me, you know, and it's just the little things, you know. I get up to go to the restroom or the kitchen, I have the thoughts, little thoughts of him, how he's gonna react, and of course he's not here. I keep expecting him to walk around the other side of the couch and yell at me. I look at his water bowl and I think, oh, I need to fill that up. Oh wait, you know, it's just the little things, and it's been rough. It's been rough. I mean, it's rough anytime you lose an animal. The difference this time is when I lost Sock, I had Rocky there. You know, Rocky was there for me, and now I don't have another animal. I'm alone, and I know I've always said that after Rocky I will never get another animal again. It's too hard, you know, but I have been thinking about it. Like, not now, it's obviously going to be a long time before I do get another animal, if I get another animal. But I want to fix my place up first and see where I'm at. If I do get one, I'll definitely get one from a shelter. And but yeah. So say a prayer for me, say a prayer for Rocky, that he's finally with Sock. Anyway, like I was saying, before Rocky interrupted me, say goodbye, Rocky. Say goodbye, boy, 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 boy. I love you guys. Peace. Peace. Yeah, so if you've been missing me on social media or whatever, I've been kind of away from that. I'm just trying to I'm not trying to get attention for what's going on. I'm just not in it right now. So, but moving on, around the same time I noticed something was going on with Rocky. James hired me as his editor. I have only edited like 3 videos so far. I think the last one that he put out I didn't edit, and the one before that he changed a few things, which is fine, you know, it is his videos. Exciting. A lot of you know that I really enjoy editing. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, edit someone else's videos, you know. The footage that James has given me, it's been slightly difficult to work with, but it's cool. I'm enjoying it. Chelsea, I'm supposed to do hers too. She did contact me, but she ended up editing her own video and put it out, so I don't know what's going on for sure there. She's a really good editor. I was watching some of her videos and I'm just like, wow. I even told her, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. But what I'm excited about is that, you know, I constantly am learning different things, different techniques, and just basically watching other YouTubers and just trying to duplicate certain things and trying to learn new stuff. And so I'm really excited about editing for them. James is supposed to be coming a week or so, and I believe in this time because he's got he sent me his itinerary type deal, so I know he's coming. I don't know what the plan is, what we're going to be doing. I don't even know if I'll be able to see him or not while he's here. We'll see. I know that he wants to because he just wants to, you know. The reason I say that is because he's coming during the week. I can't take off work. I need to save up my time for if I end up going to the fam reunion in June. Yeah, but hopefully I'll be able to see him on the weekend. If anything, Aiden and George probably will hook up with him and do some videos. I'd like to do some videos with them, but I just don't know what the plan is. I don't know what they're gonna do. I have a feeling that they're gonna want to go skiing, so they'll probably do that. I think James in the past has talked about taking Chelsea to the Stanley Hotel. I don't know where to take him. Aiden probably has some better ideas on where to take him. He seems to be finding some good spots, and I'm not. The only thing I can think of is taking him to the Monarch Hotel. But even then, all these places are pretty far away, and you know, I still have to work, and so I don't know if I'll end up meeting up with them. Maybe for a little bit. But anyway, that's exciting. I miss James and I can't wait to see him. But anyway, that is gonna be fun, and that's coming up. So the next thing is my channel name. I was thinking about this last night. It's like, I've noticed that people are having a hard time spelling steel. Ever since I started this channel, ever from the beginning, up till even recently, people misspell steel for some reason. So I get the S-T-E-A-L, as I'm stealing something, I'm gonna steal this car, you know. And then there's the S-T-E-E-L-E, which is technically another way to spell steel, but it's not how I spell it. It's, you know, the man of steel, S-T-E-E-L. But the most common one is S-T-I-L-L, still one. The still one. That's not even close. It's a still one. So that's the most common one. And then up till recently, one time so far, I got called the Stella one.
Say what? You took too many of those pills. Stella!
So yeah, anyway guys, it is the steel one.
The steel one.
The steel one.
Steel one.
The steel one.
The steel one. Yeah.
The steel one.
Steel one.
The 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 steel one. Woo!
Alright guys, and the next thing I want to talk about is kind of an update on an old video. Well, not old, almost a year old video. It's my one and only video of me, Rachel and I magnet fishing. If you guys remember in that video, we found somebody's car keys and work badge. And I got accused for faking it, so... Whatever. Anyway, just yesterday, after almost a year, her name is Paige, messaged me back, because when we found the car keys and stuff while we were in Pueblo, we looked for her on Facebook and we found her. We decided to message her, thinking that, you know, she would message right back. But of course, since we're not friends, you know, she's probably not getting it right away, unless she looks into you know, people trying to message her that are not friends or whatever. Anyway, so she messaged me yesterday. It was crazy. This is what she said to me. This was, dude, I was hanging out at the river with my cousin. Here, let me show you this so you don't think I'm faking it. Anyway, so I was hanging out at the river with my cousin, and he decided to totally screw me over by throwing my car keys in the river. I had to go to work without my car, and when I showed up, my keys were there, and you have no idea how ecstatic I was. Honestly, it was one of the best things that had ever happened to me. I had always wondered who saved the day for me like that. Thank you so much. It was a miracle. And I replied back, hey, my pleasure. I'm so glad we were able to help. And then I said, we were filming a YouTube video when we found them. And I shared the video with her. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I can't wait to watch the video. What are the odds? That's awesome. And I said, it was pretty awesome. I did get accused of faking it because it was so unbelievable. And she says, really? Oh wow, nope, it was totally real, haha. I think you found them literally day after they got thrown in the river, haha. Such a crazy story. And I said, totally, my girlfriend and I were totally hoping we could hand them to you personally just so we could see your reaction. And she hasn't read that yet. But I thought that was so cool. I'm glad to hear that we made her day, and that was the coolest thing that's ever happened to her. That was really cool. It would have been nice had we been able to hand her the keys in person and get that on camera about, you know, how excited she was and whatever. So I'm glad we were able to make a little bit of difference in someone's life, and so that was fun. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you go check that out. And yeah. Alright, the next thing is the future of my channel. Honestly, I don't know. Rachel came up with a really great idea for a new series, and we're gonna work on that. I haven't seen Rachel. This is President's Day weekend, so it's Valentine's Day weekend really, and she's super busy at work, so I ended up staying home this weekend too. So I was home the weekend before and this weekend, so by the time I see her, it'll be like in like 3 weeks, you know. So I'll definitely be down there next weekend, and she has a really great idea for a series. I'm not sure how we're gonna put it together. I'm still trying to mentalize it and understand what we're gonna do, and try to make a good video out of it. And but it's a really good idea, and she's gonna be part of it. But I'm not gonna tell you. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, and so look forward to seeing that. I have no plans other than with James coming in town to do some videos. I do have one old video that I never edited or put out. I think I've mentioned that before, with George, and I believe I have this 3-day weekend to myself. No Rocky. I gotta keep my mind, and James and Chelsea haven't sent me any footage, even though they keep saying they're gonna, just to keep my mind active. And that's kind of why I'm doing this video too, is just to keep my mind off my boy. And yeah. So I love you guys. I miss you guys. I do need to go live. The reason I haven't gone live is that, and I think I've mentioned this before, is that I want to be doing something, or something's going on, and that way, you know, it's interactive, and we can, you know, talk about it, kind of like when the last time I went live with the hot peanuts. And also I kind of really like going live with Rachel. When I'm by myself, I feel kind of awkward and weird because I am an introvert, believe it or not, and I don't like being center of attention. So it just makes me feel awkward. But when I'm with Rachel, I don't feel that way. It's fun. So maybe in the near future, Rachel and I can go live together and talk with you guys, because I do want to catch up with all y'all, and I do miss you. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not giving up, like George says. I'm not giving up. I'm not, you know, I just, right now I'm taking some time. I'm trying to grieve Rocky. And of course, you know, if I'm editing for James or Chelsea, that's going to take my free time to edit or go film. So, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. I don't really know, you know, the future. It could be anything. So hang in there with me. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next whatever it may be. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.